Hi, ich bin Birte Hansen-Höche von der DWZ und heute tatsächlich ein bisschen aufgeregt. Ich treffe nämlich gleich Christe Burgh. Als Jugendliche fand ich den richtig cool und bin total gespannt, wie der in Live ist. Der ist ja jetzt in Hameln am Wochenende, weil morgen die Premiere für das Musical Robin Hood im Theater Hameln stattfindet. Also Christe Burgh kommt gerade zu Radioaktiv und soll sich in das Goldene Buch der Stadt Hameln eintragen. Und danach gibt es noch einen Gang über den Weihnachtsmarkt. Und da bin ich sehr gespannt, wie viele Fans sich auf ihn stürzen werden und wie viele ihn erkennen.
This lovely music went trampling through the ground, and many were wakened on hearing that sound. And travelers on the road, the village they found, by the light of that ship in the sky.
Ich heiße Christe Burgh und Diane Davison ganz, ganz herzlich willkommen hier bei uns in Hameln.
Vielen Dank. Es ist wunderbar hier zu sein, wieder in Hameln. And thank you very much for this great honor, and thank you for the wonderful singing and the music.
Hi, I'm Christe Burgh and I'm here in Hameln. Es ist wunderbar, wieder in Hameln zu sein.
I was wondering which song that you wrote for the musical is your personal favorite?
Well, I've written 8 songs for it. There's one is a duet, which is also on my album, The Legend of Robin Hood, and it's called, what is it called? Oh gosh, Falling in Love All Over Again. But in German, obviously, it's a different title. But it's the moment when Robin and Marion finally, although they've been married for a few years, they have finally realized there has been a love growing between them for so many years. And in my imagination, I write lots of songs from my imagination, like Don't Pay the Ferryman, for example, that we heard a very good example of. I see this is just after the outlaws have robbed the sheriff's gold, and they're having a big party, drinking lots of schnapps and beer, Bonfass. But Robin is very concerned because he knows that soon the sheriff and the king are going to come looking for them and attack them and imprison them. So he goes down to sit beside the river and think. And Marion notices that he has left the party and is worried. So she goes down, sits beside him, and suddenly this connection begins, and they basically fall in love and go off into the forest and make love, I presume. But that for me is a beautiful moment when you finally recognize the fact that both of them do, that they've been in love with each other for a long time, but this is the first time they've actually shown each other their love.
And they talk about it. Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Will people that visit the musical tomorrow see you on stage?
Not performing, no.
No.
But I think Dennis and Peter would like to say a few words beforehand, and if I'm invited to, I'd like to also welcome the people, as I did in Fulda, by the way. To the audience.
And you said it's the 5th, or you visited the musical in Fulda for 5 times.
Well,
and it's still fascinating
fantastic
for you?
Yeah, in fact, my whole family came over for the premiere in June, and none of us speak fluent German, but they absolutely loved it, because I did tell them what the storyline was going to be, but nevertheless, it's just so strong, and it's very emotional. When there's a bit towards the end, I can't tell you the whole story, of course, but there's a bit towards the end when, after what's happened to Robin has happened, and then Marion is trying to get all the outlaws to return from their depression and say, it's not over yet. What about his legacy? We have to honor Robin's legacy and everything he's done for us. and she walks around. You'll see it tomorrow. And Hannah, particularly, who was going to be the Marion, she does an amazing job. It's like Joan of Arc saying, "What's the matter with you people? Come on, stand up. Are you cowards? Are you scared?" And she goes around to each one, and then suddenly you see them all like waking up. And that's, for me, I always get slightly teary. I think, my God, she's so good at that.
Okay, so that's really something to looking forward to. Is there any chance that you would write a song about the Pied Piper of Hameln, which has a very interesting story as well, or which is an interesting story as well? Is that something you could imagine?
Of course, yeah. I think it's a fairly grim story about taking away the children, but I would give it a happy ending. I mean, this is a question I haven't been asked before, but if you want me instant response, I would say, okay, this man arrives, he's the rat catcher, the sheriff or the Burgermeister says, I will promise you 1,000 guilders or whatever it was to take away the rats. So he plays his pipe and all the rats disappear and he comes back for his money. Everybody knows that bit. And they say, no, we're not going to pay you, we'll only pay you half or something. So the Pied Piper, the rat catcher, then disappears and he thinks about his revenge. And he comes back and he says, okay, if you don't pay me, I'm going to do something that you're not going to like very much. So the traditional story, plays his pipes, and all the little children rush out and they follow him into the woods or into the mountain, wherever they go. But then, I think the next part is that he gets all the children to maybe create a Christmas concert that nobody knows about. And all the brothers and fathers are so sad that they've lost their children. And then one day, early in the morning, on the 24th of December, all the people of Hameln suddenly wake up to this beautiful singing. They go, what's that? And they look outside, and there is the Pied Piper marching back with all the children, and they're doing a Christmas concert. Now, that's what I would do.
I can't wait to listen to that song, actually. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Thanks for taking the time.
My pleasure.
One final question.
Yeah.
Is there another chance of seeing you in concert again in Hameln? You've been here twice. Could there be a third time?
I think so. It's been twice. I've just done, this summer and autumn, I did 50 concerts, solo, in Germany, Austria, Switzerland, UK and the Netherlands. And I really enjoyed it, actually. Each concert is just me for 2.5 hours without a break, telling stories, singing and stuff. And we're planning some more shows next summer, in June and July. And I will specifically ask my promoter, KBK in Berlin, can we include Hameln, please, because it's such a nice place to be.
People here would appreciate that very much.
Well,
thank you so much.
Thank you.
Wir haben doch gelesen, dass Christe Burgh da ist und wir sind schon seit Jahren Fans von ihm. Ich war schon auf mehreren Konzerten und er macht nach wie vor tolle Musik und wenn wir ihn jetzt noch mal live und in Farbe sehen können, ist doch das mal eine Gelegenheit.
Ach ja, irgendwie ist er ja doch schon weltbekannt. Und wir haben das letzte Mal, als er im Bürgergarten hier ein Konzert gegeben hat, haben wir im Wienerwald, im damaligen Wienerwald gesessen, weil wir leider keine Karten hatten, aber wir haben von da sehr gut hören können.
A lifetime spent preparing for the journey. He's closing now and the search is on. Reading from the map in the mind. 'Cause there's that right out hill and there's the boat on the river.
Der Rundgang war also eine Mischung aus unspektakulär und total witzig, wie ich fand, weil einige Leute sind an Christe Burgh vorbeigegangen und haben gesagt, irgendein Bekannter, weiß ich nicht, komm weiter. Und andere haben komplett darauf hingefiebert, ihn jetzt endlich mal zu treffen, ihn um ein Foto zu bitten, ihn um ein Autogramm zu bitten auf mitgebrachten Plattencovern. Das war schon nett, das zu sehen. Und er ist so nahbar.
A perfect day.
Yes, I love it so very much. Thank you.
Es war nach all der Aufregung sehr entspannt, weil er einfach durch und durch Profi ist, wenn es darum geht, mit anderen Menschen zu sprechen und einfach zugänglich zu sein und offen für Fragen zu sein. Sehr, sehr komfortabel und ja, ein bisschen aufregend. Und ich finde es toll, dass Hameln die Gelegenheit hatte.